We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10. Hill looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kramer. Big strides. Look at him go. Inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted on the first play of the game. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Hill now after the interception. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go with Chubb on second down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Hill. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll go to a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
To throw on 2nd down, Britton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Britton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Got the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hill. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Here's Hill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it...
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Throwing to start the drive, Britton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Let's go.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Britton escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Britton. They'll get this to Nwangu. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Okay, ready?
Looking to throw. Britton. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Hill. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hill now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 19 tight. To throw is Hill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Throwing again is Hill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Buccaneers are able to move back in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing on first down, Britton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Here's Hill. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Hill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Following the penalty, Chubb fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Chubb is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Hill on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this one is right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Britton. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glutton, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Bernard shows the agility, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On third down, Britton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. He gets away from one. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Ready.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A handoff, Barkley running left. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
That's complete. Bernard. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Hill. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. He finds his man, complete. That's Kramer. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw on 2nd down is Hill. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Nick Chubb. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Up the middle, it's Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to throw. Britton able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll audible to something else.
2nd and 6.
Have the 60. Have the 60. 79 Broncos. Go.
Off play action. Britton. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Britton.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Bucs 4-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Now it's Hill. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
On first down, Britton. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. From the 17, they work on second and 10. Off the play fake. Britton flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Bucs, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, already pulled that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crown. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really get fucked, put my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck. Homemade way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We've gotten bored with the pattern, so now